Yo, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Sacramento, California. Figured I'd shoot some videos 20 minutes from home instead of being an hour and a half, 5 hours on an airplane right away in Hawaii or Vegas. But let's talk about the games buyers play. So there's a thing that I want to warn you of, and it doesn't happen very often, but I want you to be able to recognize it when it does. So I remember about 6 years ago, I was on a sales call and I was trying to get the guy engaged, and every time that I would get a little bit of traction, the guy would interrupt me. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? And usually when I got out of a sales process, what I would do is I'd sit down and I'd be like, all right, what went right, what went wrong? What went right, what went wrong? And what had happened was, what the guy was doing is he was continuously interrupting me on purpose. Now, it doesn't happen very often to me because I got a pretty strong personality, but I don't know how this guy got through. It was probably an off day for me. I was tired, whatever. I can throw you any excuse you want, but I want you to understand something. He kept interrupting me on purpose, and what he was doing was he was stopping my rhythm. He was stopping my ability from having that chance and that opportunity to get some momentum. And, you know, as soon as I figured out what was going on, I figured out what this guy's game was. Now, then after the sale, probably a month later, I was talking to one of my friends who's a buyer, and that's all he does is he just buys stuff for other companies. He's from a billion-dollar company. He buys stuff, and he was explaining to me that one of the things that they teach in some of the negotiation classes is to stop the salesperson from getting traction, so they constantly interrupt the process. So as that process is going on and you as a salesperson are doing what you can, and I'm gonna say the word trying because you're trying to get some momentum, it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna give you a Scott Sylvan Bell super sales secret tip number one. You got to change the place and the location that you're at. If you're going to make that happen, more than likely you are in that person's office. You got to figure out a way to get them to meet you somewhere else. Now, it doesn't always happen, but you got to break their ability to break your momentum. And that person who's going to constantly interrupt you, you better have a game plan. Now, I know the way that I deal with it, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because you're not going to be able to pull it off. So figure out what you're going to do. So the question for you is, what are you going to do when you have that buyer that consistently interrupts you? The game's buyer plays, buyers are liars, whatever phrase you want to use, because that happens. You know, in that point, they're trying to throw you off your game, so you get flustered. So the only thing you do is go, hey, I got a low price, and throw out a low price. And then they're going to play some silly games like, hey, we're going to call you back after we have XYZ company come out here. Whatever way you're going to deal with it, I know how I deal with it, but you have to be aware of what's going to happen. Now, what is it that you're going to do when you have that buyer who's going to do everything they can to throw you off your game? Because it's going to happen. It may happen this week, it may happen next month, but I want to let you know some of these strategies that buyers have. So if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, like somewhere in here, there's subscribe buttons, you can hit that also. And then, you know, send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, because I always forget that one. And then the thumbs up sign says, hey Scott, that was a cool video, hit that too. Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California, September 20th, 2014. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.